Welcome to Ramblers Garden in West Gloucestershire. As we look around the garden, the box hedging has put on a tremendous show of acid green. Very soon will be clipped. The Silene fimbrillata, or white campion, has been incredible this year and is flowering much earlier than usual. The euphorbia, which has just had a chop because it has got so enormous, is a wonderful shrub. The bees love it and it always fits so happily in any garden. The red azalea over in the corner has been absolutely amazing this year and couldn't really give any more blooms. Beyond this part of the garden is our orchard, and there have been little areas created so that you can look through to see the orchard beyond. The Libertia, with its tall white flowering spikes, has punctuated this area for a long time. They were created from cuttings many years ago from the original box hedging, and it's been amazing actually that how they've knitted together over the years, so much so they're now quite enormous. If we stop, we can look through to the orchard beyond. The orchard was planted about 20 years ago on the site of an old cider orchard that would have been here. And we wanted to conserve Gloucestershire apples, and so we tried to find heritage apples that would have been grown in this area. And so we have mid and late mainly fruit, that most of it we go into pressing for juice. The path winds down towards the old goat shed. Two dogs accompany us on this journey. The Catinus, against the euphorbia, creates a backdrop for a very quiet area of the garden. The birch trees that stand sentinel in the corner are Jackmontii, and we've actually raised the canopy so that you can see the underplanting below. The path curves round and we come to a grass border, which is mainly composed of Stipa gigantica, and we've also got the alliums that are just starting to poke through. Later on we have Robina bodnariensis, which creates late summer colour. This part of the garden was originally part of a field, and over time we borrowed it and extended. The giant's chair that you're just coming in to see it's quite a nice space to actually sit and look through to the orchard below. The beech is just coming into leaf, and the blossom on the trees has been absolutely magnificent this year. We have 5 sentinel crab apples that provide pollination for the bees. Iris are just about to start to come into bloom. They are magnificent, very fleeting, but they give such pleasure and elegance to the garden. The Shady fernery is composed of some evergreen ferns, but also some deciduous. This area we've also had to plant shrubs against the wall, and this is where we usually have our tea and cake, and again you can look through into the meadow below. On the steps are the agapanthus plants that have just come out of the greenhouse. They've just been fed with some seaweed and hopefully will produce some wonderful blooms later on in the year. Shuttlecock ferns down here, and the hellebores just starting to go over. The garden has been a saviour for us in the last 6 weeks of lockdown. It's been a place where we can come out and lose ourselves, and without it we would have found life so difficult. And it's almost as if nature has said, we're going to put on the best show ever to try and heal